Cool. I believe we're live. I'm gonna pick these jokers off. Righto. How we doing, guys? You good? Uh yeah, man. Welcome to the live stream. Sorry, I'm always just messing around with my hair for the first minute or so after wearing the headphones. um yeah, man. So if you're watching along, say hi in the chat. Let's get the convo going. Maybe I'll play some tunes. We'll see how it goes, man. Yeah, so it's been like a decent week here. I've been working on a whole bunch of songs for YouTube. And yeah, one of the songs I've been working on is one called Her Shoes. And Her Shoes is one I've been it's a song I wrote last year, and I did an acoustic version of it. And that got a few hits, and so I was like, right, let's do a full band version of it. But I've been working on it for like on and off for about 3 months now, and I'm just really just still struggling with it, trying to make it sound as good as it does in my head. And it's yeah, man, it's been a real head scratcher, to be honest. It's just not quite working out the way I'd like it to. Um and that's okay. It's a challenge. I'm going to show it to my friend Rob today, who's currently on his way here to do some recording. I'm gonna show it to him and get his opinion, because yeah, I definitely need a second set of ears to hear the song and tell me if I'm, missing something. I don't know. Yeah, so I was kind of working on that. So that was going to be Tuesday's video, and it didn't work out. So I didn't do a video on Tuesday, which I feel really bad about. Whenever I miss a day or a week or something, I always feel strange. Yeah, I'm working hard to get something up for next Tuesday. May do a political song. Ooh, might do that. I got one I wrote back when Theresa May was Prime Minister that I call British politics, that I haven't done a full band version of yet, but I'm thinking of doing that for next Tuesday. It's a pretty cool little punk, like Clash-esque kind of song. So that should be fun, man. But there, I did start writing another song this week that I'm extremely proud of, and quite possibly my best this year. I think maybe. So yeah, I'm not gonna say the title of it yet. We'll just drop it in when it's done. But yeah, that one I've been working on, and yeah, I've had the song title for this new song for a couple of years now. I just came up with it randomly, and I was like, "Oh, that's juicy. I'm gonna hang on to that." So yeah, that one's going to be coming soon. We did a podcast this week. Me and Billy have got a podcast up, and it was about how to manage time as a musician, which I think is, a useful podcast to listen to, even if you're not a musician, but you struggle to manage your time. So you can check that out on the channel. That's the least amount of hits of any of our podcasts so far, which makes me sad. So please go show that podcast some love. Or any of the podcasts that we do here in the channel. We appreciate it. Um, we are thinking about moving the podcasts over to its own YouTube channel potentially. That's sort of like, yeah, potentially on the cards at the moment. Um, you know, uh, yeah, just so we can like make it its own thing and do extra content for it, etc. Yeah, that'd be good, man. That'd be good. I must admit, I'm feeling a little bit worn out at the moment. I don't know whether it's because it's nearly been 6 months of lockdown furlough for me. I sort of went into furlough back in the middle of March, as soon as we kind of went into lockdown, and I'm still here. And some of my colleagues are going back to work, but they work at different places to me. So my place of work, it's kind of up in the air. When can I start? So it could be this month, it could be next month, it could be next year. They did say it could be next year. So that's a bit strange. So don't know when I'm going back to work. So I don't know if that's why I'm a bit knackered, because it's a little bit stressful, not knowing when you're going to go back to work. I'm still getting paid, but this is the first month where I'm taking a dip in pay, which is kind of lame. Yeah, throughout lockdown so far, like the government's paid 80%, and then the charity I work for has bumped it up the extra 20. But now it's going down to 90, and then next month 80, and then if we don't go back, then like I don't know quite where things are going to go. So yes, I'm looking into alternative things at the moment. Obviously, I'm not really making money off YouTube at the moment, so that's a shame. But we'll see, that could change in time. Um, I'm doing some affiliate marketing for YouTube. So I don't know if you know this, if you're watching, but like my most successful videos on YouTube have like nothing to do with my music. They're all to do with the soundproofing material I put on the walls and ceiling of my studio. It's a material called mass loaded vinyl, and it's a pretty cool material, very heavy, kind of very rough in the hands. I kept injuring myself putting it on the walls, but I made like 3 or 4 videos, I think it was 4, about the mass loaded vinyl, put them up, and the most recent one is nearly at 2,000 hits, and I put that up in June, I think. And so that's just bizarre. That's bizarre that it's done that well in such short a time. Um yeah, and so people are clicking on the links on that and then buying mass loaded vinyl, and then I'm getting a small commission. I mean, really small. I'm talking like £1 or £2, per like £100 sheet. So I'm not making a lot of money then. But it's the beginning of something. So maybe that will lead somewhere. If I leave those videos up for the rest of the time, hopefully that continues to roll some more moolah my way. So that's something. And I've also had more people buying my album online over the last however so many months of lockdown, which has been really cool. Funnily enough, whenever I see my friend Craig, um, someone buys my album on Bandcamp, which is really funny. So I was joking with him last week. I was like, I need to see you like every day. So, you know, um, yeah. Yeah, so whew, yeah, so that's something. So that's a little bit of extra pocket money. Really cool. I was supposed to go back in the week before we went into lockdown. I took a week off work, funnily enough, and on that week I was supposed to do a radio show down in Guildford. And it was with a radio host at the university, and everything that week ended up getting cancelled because of COVID. I was supposed to be getting presented with an award. I was supposed to go on that radio show. I was going to go watch The Invisible Man at the cinema, and none of these things happened in the end. Yeah, and it was a real bummer. And then a while ago, someone bought my album in France, and I was like, "That's random." Like someone in France buying my music. And then so I messaged the person. I said, "Hey, I was just wondering how you came across my music." Turns out it was the dad of the girl who ran the radio show in Guildford. So I was like, "Oh, that's a connection." So I never would have put that together unless I'd asked. So that was really nice of him. So if you're watching, Abe, thank you. Um, and so, yeah, going forwards, I'm looking into other alternative methods of making money just in case my job goes kaput. And so, another one I'm looking into is, getting a song in an advert or TV or a movie or something, or even just YouTube videos. And so, I'm looking into the Artlist service where you upload your music, you make a profile on there, and then people pay a certain amount of money every year to use the service, and they can download as many songs as they like, and the more downloads of your songs you get, the more money you make from it. So that would be pretty cool. So I've applied to that. We'll find out if I get in. They seem to be a bit picky, so if I don't get in the first time, I'm going to ask to get some feedback as to why they didn't accept it, and then hopefully apply again. But I'm hoping I get in first time. I'm hoping I'll get in on the strength of the music. That's the hope. If not, I'm constantly making music in here, so I'll just keep trying and trying and trying until they let me in, because it seems like a good way to make make money. And I want my songs to be out there more, and so we're gonna look into that and hopefully go that way. I had a gig last Saturday, and the gig was in Salisbury. Salisbury is a cool place. If you've never been to Salisbury, definitely go there. And so I played at the Winchester Gate in Salisbury, where I've played my only two gigs sort of during the pandemic at this place. Salisbury one in July, which was all right, which was like pretty fun. It was great to be back doing it. But the one I played at the weekend at the end of August, like that was superb. It was like the show was on fire, like a really great crowd. It was the 4-year anniversary of Rob, the owner, taking over the place. And so people were just really on it. People were happy and good spirits, singing along, paying attention to like the songs. Like, yeah, really, really good show. Really happy I played that. And yeah, my friend Tom, who played helped me write and performed in the video for Before the Lockdown, the music video I posted last week, he also came up and performed that song with me on stage, which was pretty cool. We haven't performed live together since sort of the end of 2016. And the last time before that must have been going back to like 2011, I think. So yeah, going back quite a way. So that was really cool getting to do that with Tom and play that gig. And yeah, man, like last week kind of felt more like normal life, even though we're not back to normal life. So last week I went to two restaurants. I went to the cinema twice. I saw Tenet twice. I had different people here in the studio. I went out and saw friends, and I played a gig. Like it felt like normal life last week, but obviously it's not, and I'm not trying to pretend that it is, But yeah, that was pretty fun, man. Like last week, kind of was pretty cool. Who have we got here? Jamie Slate. Evening. Oh, hey Jamie. Evening. Where are you at? Where it's evening? It's morning here for me. It's 12 past 10 here in the morning here in England. Yeah, where are you at, bud? Let me know. Uh yeah, that's funny. I always find it interesting how I do these live streams and people all around the world watching, and some people are like, "Oh, it's 3 in the morning." For me here, trying to find a live stream time that's good for everyone, that all different time zones. That's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, intrigued to hear what time it is where you are, Jamie. Yeah, man. So yeah, hoping to get back and do some more gigs soon. I think it's November or October where they're going to start opening live music venues up again. But if you have to do social distancing, it just means the small music venues. Um, yeah. Uh, Yeah, for the small music venues, it'll be just really hard for them to cope if you have to like social distance, and like, if you've got a small venue, you're gonna have like 10 people and it all spaced out weird, like very, very strange. Jamie, what you saying? Sorry, mate. Board went whack. 5:13 a.m. Wow, it's in the AM for you, man. Oh wow. Um, that's early. That's early. Um, yeah, man. You're like you're 5 hours behind me here. So it's good on you for watching along, man. Hope you're having a good morning. Uh uh Early or late, yeah. Yeah, it's hard. If you've stayed up all night, then it's kind of, is it early or late? Or if you wake up at 5, it's quite early. But if you stay up to 5 in the morning all night, then you've stayed up really late, haven't you? So yeah, yeah, there you go. um yeah, man. Uh so today we're gonna be doing some recording here in the studio. Yeah. Um Yeah, we're gonna be doing some recording in here. My friend Rob's coming at 11, so sometimes we run the live streams like an hour and a half long, but we'll only go up to about an hour today, and then Rob's gonna come in. We're gonna do some more electric guitar, and yeah, we're doing a secret project at the moment. Hopefully, gonna unveil what that is. Very excited about it. Jamie, what are you saying, man? You've been there, mate. Gig life, yeah, yeah. Gig life. It's what it is, man. Lots of staying up late gigging. Do you know what I miss about gigging? Back when I used to live in Winchester, when I'd play a gig and I'd have to drive quite a long way. Say I was playing a gig in Birmingham or further away where I was coming back on the same night, you know. Um yeah, yeah, when I'd play, like, Birmingham, I'd come back really late, and I'd have nothing to do the next day, so I just wander into Tesco at, like, 1 in the morning, and, I'd like, depending on, like, how good the gig was, I'd either get myself chocolate milk or cheesecake, which is terrible. You shouldn't be eating at that hour, but, like, sometimes you gotta celebrate, and so, yes, I'd go in and get myself if it had been, like a really bad gig, I'd get myself chocolate milk, but if it'd been really good, I'd get myself cheesecake, so, I haven't done that in a long time now because I don't live in Winchester anymore, and, hanging out at the yeah, man. Hanging out at the Tesco back home for some reason is not as cool as hanging out outside the one in Winchester. That probably sounds really lame, but yeah, that's just what it is. Joe Donegan, how you doing, Joe? You're doing a secret project that you've just told all of us about. Haha. Yes, I told you all about my secret project, but I haven't told you what it is yet. So yeah, let's just say it's something similar to something I've done before, but like we've expanded upon it. So that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, but hopefully soon me and Rob will have got, we'll be at a point where we can start sharing what we've been doing. So stay tuned. Watch this space, as they say. Where did that phrase come from? Watch this space. Bizarre. Anyway, Jamie Slay. What I miss about it is truck stop breakfast, 3 a.m. Weird people. Nobody knows who you are and nobody cares. Folk just want to. Yes, Jamie. Yes. Um, yeah. Truck stop breakfast, 3 a.m. I've never done that, but I've eaten at some rough places after gigs, We've, very much been in kebab houses at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I built quite a rapport with the guy at the kebab house at Winchester. Now we're talking Winchester. So in terms of kebab houses, this is quite like a upscale fancy kebab house, but still a kebab house. And so this is back before I had my car. I was getting the train everywhere, and I got, there was some gigs where I'd have to run to get the train, like, the last train to get back home. Um, yeah, the train to get back home would be, at 6 in the evening, and I had to change 3 times. I remember I've played Brighton once, and all the changes I had to do. Um, yeah, all the changes I had to do to get home, I got back at 2 a.m. So it was like almost like an 8-hour journey on the train just to play half an hour in Brighton. So I haven't played Brighton since. But yeah, I got back and the kebab was open. I was so hungry and I had to go to work in like 6 hours. And so I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna have a kebab. And yeah, the guy at the kebab shop, he always saw me coming in real late at night with my guitar and just looking knackered and sweaty and just like drained because I've just been performing. And he'd always slip me like a can of something for free, and just give me a wink. It'd be like, yes, like sliding me something. So I buy like a chicken kebab, a sheesh, and then like he just slide me a can of like tropical fruit drink. So yeah, man. So I know those late night food joints, they're epic. Smazmania. Oh, hello, Gareth. That pizza place in Folkestone was epic. Oh, I'm trying to take my mind back to that pizza place, Gareth. Oh, the pizza place. Yes, I do remember. Yes, that pizza place was epic. Man, Folkestone was so much fun. So me and Gareth, Mr. Smazmania here, we yeah, we did we did two little kind of tours in 2015 for the release of my first album, and we did one which was like 10 nights in a row where we did Southampton, Chelmsford, Ipswich, Reading. Then we went up to Burnley to do a radio show. Then we did Manchester on St. Patrick's Day, which was epic. Then we came down and did Fleet, um, which was like the hangover show of the tour. We were all knackered from that journey down from Manchester that day. Then we played. What did we play after that? We played Addlestone at the Cave. Really good gig. Yeah, the last three were like on fire. That one. It was like Addlestone, Winchester, and then Camden. We played at a place called Proud in Camden, which was awesome. And then we took a few weeks off, and then we came back. And we did like a what I called a Tourvella, like a little mini tour. It was 3 nights in a row. So we did Canterbury, then we did Folkestone, where we stayed all the nights that we were there and hung out at the clubs, which was really cool. And yeah, after where was it after Folkestone? Tunbridge Wells. Tunbridge Wells, a place I've never been back to since. Had a decent subway there actually. So boom. Sorry, I'm catching up to all these amazing comments. Yeah, Joe, I'll come back to your comment in a sec. Gareth, what you're saying? We recorded some video clips in there. Yeah, I remember now, man. It's all coming back to me. That was a really good time. Loved Folkestone. Before we went and played Folkestone, people were like, "Oh, that's gonna be the rough one. That's gonna be the one you like the least. Like Canterbury will be really nice, and like so Tunbridge Wells, you know." And I mean, we didn't really see that much of Canterbury or that much of Tunbridge Wells. But we saw a lot of Folkestone over the time we were there. We were just walking around in the day, having a laugh, and like it was. I liked it as a place actually. Like I really enjoyed Folkestone, and I've been meaning to go back and gig there ever since. It's on my list. It's on my list. Once I can get back to gigging as per usual. If next year I can go back to gigging as per usual, I'm going to go back to all those places I just mentioned and more. I'm just going to tour all year to make up for the lack of shows this year. Literally, I think I've played like 10 shows this year. That's just a disgrace. Anyway, sorry, Joe. You've been waiting patiently. What happened to your live stream last week, mate? It suddenly cut off. Yeah. I don't know. We were having dodgy internet. Dodgy internet last week in the live stream. I don't know. Something was going on in the house because the way the internet works is that we run an Ethernet, armored Ethernet cable out the side of my brother's room in the house. And that goes along the side of the house, then down underground, then up along a fence, then down underground again. And then we drilled a hole into the wall just behind where the screen is, and then that comes in. And so if something goes wrong in the house, it affects that whole system. And so last week I went indoors and I was just like, hey, what's going on? And everyone, like, my brother was just like, oh, like the internet's going funny. So really sorry about that. Internet's mostly fine on the live streams, but yeah, last week it kind of just went what was that? It just, yeah, the live stream last week just cut out because of bad internet. So sorry about that. But we got the armored Ethernet run up here so we could have really strong internet all the time. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. So really sorry about that, Joe. But we're here now. Huzzah. Yeah. So what's going on? Gareth, you played that club downstairs with Sugarman Sam a couple years later. It was cool. Oh, cool. You went back there. Oh man. So we when we played in Folkestone, we played at a place called Harp Restrung, which was cool. It was this kind of tiny little venue that apparently had like brick walls. you know, like that kind of exposed brick type walls. And then they decided to cover it up with boards or something, or wallpaper. And then they missed the brick feel, so they ended up putting wallpaper on the wall that looked like bricks. I was just like, just tear it all down and just have the bricks. But anyway, we spent most our time at another little venue kind of round the corner where they played swing music. And yeah, there was my friend Antosh, who's the drummer of the Tokyo Sex Wars at the time. You know, he was on the floor giving some moves, and yeah, yeah, he was given some moves, and there was this girl on the dance floor. Gareth will remember this, and she was just like doing this really weird dance where she just like shake her shoulders and like go into like all the corners, like she was a robot. It was strange. And then like, you know, like we sat down because we were tired, and she came up to us and she's like, "You need to keep dancing," and we were just like, "Oh man, like we played a gig, like we danced a bit, like we'll be back up later." And then she just went, "You indie kids have no soul." I was like, "Who are you, James Brown? Like, who says that? You indie kids ain't." No, it was, "You indie kids ain't got no soul." That's it. I was like, what a line. That was for a while what I was going to call my second album. I ended up calling it "Have Fun Being Single." Um, but yeah, oh, you remember that, Gareth? Yeah. Yeah, we were going to call the album "You Indie Kids Ain't Got No Soul," but I've got another little collection of songs that I think that title kind of fits a bit better. So we'll save that for another time, man. But we're gonna get around to that one. I've been trying to write a song with that as the title ever since, and it's not quite worked out. But oh well, we'll get there. Anywho, so that was the Folkestone adventure. Jamie Slate, Scott, you should come over and play Portland. People out every night. Yeah, out every night, eh? Portland, that sounds fun. Man, I'd love to come play Portland. I'd love to play so many other countries, man. It's just getting the funding behind me. That's why I'm hoping things work out with getting um you know, getting a song in an advert or something. Like once I got like a little bit more money behind me, I feel like I can start being a bit more ambitious. Like the idea was last year, me and the former Tokyo Sex Wars were going to play Germany. We were like in 2018 lining up and looking at like, where can we go? How can we do it? Because everyone I talked to that played Germany was just like, "Oh dude, like Germany is like the best. You got to go play there." But we didn't make it work in the end. But yeah, I'd love to go play Germany. Love to come play America. So Portland, I'll put a pin in there, Jamie, and yeah, see if I can come back. Got to get a new band together. Oh right, sorry, you were kidding. Sorry. Oh, I see your JK now. You're joking. You were kidding. Portland is Riot City. Oh man, I do keep up with like the news uh and like what's going on in America, but there's a lot of stuff going on over there at the moment, isn't there? So sorry, I'm not completely up to date. There's riots going on in Portland then. It's a crazy time right now. Yeah. Um yeah, so yeah, okay, cool. I won't come play Portland then. Cool. So Joe, let's play some music, mate. How about Down with Hate? Okay. So yeah, I'll grab my guitar and we'll try and play some songs, man. Woo! Right. Oh. Down with hate, on a street commands vintage and to congregate. Okay. Okay, so this is a song I've not played in a while, so sorry if I mess it up a wee bit, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. So yeah, man, this is a song I wrote a while ago when all the sort of like big Black Lives Matter, sorry, when all the BLM protests started happening, I kind of reacted to it, and I wanted to write a positive song, and I kind of wanted to write something with a reggae-ish feel for a while, and this felt like the right topic. So I'm going to give it a go, and we'll see how things go. Again, haven't played this one in months, but we'll give it a go. So this is called Down With Hate. I don't feel qualified to talk about it. I'm a white man born and raised. But when I catch the news and see the statues falling, I wonder if the world might change. Down with hate. On the street come marching feet to chant and congregate. No debates. It's time for us to take a stand against the prejudice they propagate. Oh no. And everywhere I look there's someone shouting, hoping that their voice is heard. Yeah. If you don't stand with me, then you must be the enemy. Who else can hear the tears between their words? Oh yeah. Down with heights. On the street come marching feet to chant and congregate. No time to wait. It's time for us to take a stand against the prejudice they propagate. Oh no. And the hour's getting late. Oh no. And this is where a guitar solo would go, with a lot of soul. Yeah. Tell me, can you have a revolution without violence of some kind? I hope someone out there has a solution, 'cause I don't want to see anyone else die on either side. Yeah. Down, 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 yeah, down with hate. On the street, come marching feet, the chant and congregate. No debates. It's time for us to take a stand against the prejudice that we all propagate. Hey, there we go. That's Down With Hate. So that's a little kind of anti-hate song, a song for right now. You know, a song, a song with a positive message. I don't often write those. My songs are often sound happy, but they are quite sad underneath. So yeah, man. So it was nice to write a song like that. Again, not sort of like my ballpark, but yeah, but I try my best. Cool. So thank you for suggesting that, Joe. You got another one for me? Awesome. Can you play Before the Lockdown? I loved that song when it was released last week. Oh, fantastic. So the song Joe's referring to in the chat is a song called Before the Lockdown. Me and my friend Tom, we wrote it. Yeah, he played some fantastic bass and guitar on that. You know, so you should definitely check out that on the channel if you haven't already, or stick around now because I'm going to play the acoustic version. I'm very much used to playing it on ukulele, but I will play it on acoustic for you. the lockdown, I would play all these places, and I'd rock out on my guitar to each sea of faces before lockdown. I was a different me. Before the lockdown, I would go to the movies, and I'd fall asleep in bed once, and I'd cry once the movement before lockdown. I was a different me. But any day now, any day now, I'll be free to do what makes me feel like me. Before the lockdown, I would go out with girls, and I would take them places here and around the world. Before the lockdown, I was a different me. Before the lockdown, oh, the possibilities. Oh yeah. Before the lockdown, I would take for granted all the friends I've made and all the adventures I'd had before lockdown. Oh, I was a different me. Oh, yeah. Before the lockdown, I would drink with my friends down at the London Stone. We'd start our weekend. Before the lockdown, oh, I was a different me. I was a different me. I was a different me back when I was free. Thank you. That was before the lockdown. It's a little song about all the things I was kind of missing right in the midst of lockdown. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me catch up with the comments here. There's been quite a few. Jamie so it starts like a Johnny Cash song. Yeah, man. Johnny Cash was definitely an influence there. I got a song on my last album called The Sheeptown Kid and His Trip to Jail, which has got a similar kind of feel, that chugga chaka chugga chaka chugga, that kind of like driving train feel. So we went for that on this one as well. It was going to be a lot faster, but we recorded it at 200 BPM, and we thought that was going to be fast. The guy track seemed fast, but then when we put everything else on it, it felt a lot slower. So the song took a gentler approach. It sounded like a choral song off of Roots and Echoes. I don't know if you like the choral, man, but they're a great band. Definitely an influence on me. Maybe I'll try it with a Johnny Cash voice. Folsom Prison Blues, great song. Yeah. Oh, Jamie, I'm glad you like the song, man. Glad you like the song. To do Johnny Cash, you have to have that really low voice, don't you? Before the lockdown, I would. I'm gonna attempt it. I love Johnny Cash, but I cannot not pull off his voice. For work, I've got to record me singing "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, which is going to be an interesting experiment. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. So gonna give that one a go in the coming week to send it off for work. My work's pretty cool, man. It's cool that I get to do stuff like that. I need to get on and do that. Need to make time to sing Johnny Cash next week. Any more suggestions for songs? If they're covers, I can maybe have a go at them. Or if they're originals, then I should know them. So let me know. It's 39 minutes past. We got another 10 minutes. We're gonna cut this off at the 50-minute mark because I got my buddy coming in here at 11. So yeah, yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks for watching, Jamie. Cheers for hanging out. Hope you'll come hang out with us again soon. And yeah, man, stay awesome. Stay awesome, bud. Yeah, hillbilly voice. Oh yeah. I don't know how to do a good hillbilly voice. So before the lockdown hours. It's as soon as I start putting all the emphasis and trying to do the accent, all the words just disappear from my mind, Joe. So, yeah, maybe I'll have a play around with it with a hillbilly voice this week and see what happens. But yeah, man. So there we go. Glad you like those two songs. Yeah. Two cats, eh? Want some two cats? Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can do two cats in a hillbilly voice. What would that sound like? Two cats having a no. Hey, yo, hillbilly. Two cats having a conversation. Two cats chatting about the stuff. Two cats having a conversation about love. Meow, having a conversation about love. Yeah, get on, Donkey. No, I'm not going to attempt that. This is my song. This is my song about two people. Can be any gender, any age, anything. Two people talking about love, trying to communicate with each other. Two cats. Two cats having a conversation. Two cats chatting about the stuff. Two cats having a conversation about love. Meow, having a conversation about love. Kitty cat, don't you scrap. I've given you all I've got. All the best bits of my kitty mix and the contents of my heart. Now you're going round like a big old hound, yeah, tearing up all my love. And you see that Hughie at the window. Well, he's looking at the both of us, and he's singing. Two cats having a conversation. Two cats chatting about the stuff. Two cats having a conversation about love. Meow, having a conversation about love. Kitty coo, what happened to you? You used to be my number one. Remember that time we pulled that pigeon apart? Oh man, we had worlds of fun. Now you're going wild like a little child, yeah. Every night a different bar. And you see that Hughie at the window. Well, he just picked up his guitar and he's singing. Two cats having a conversation. Two cats chatting about the stuff. Two cats having a conversation about love. Meow, having a conversation about love. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 too. You're super cool in every way, except in the ways you're not. Maybe we can get some catnip sometime and talk about the problems we've got. Two cats. One last time he's singing. Two cats having a conversation. Two cats chatting about the stuff. Two cats having a conversation. Having a conversation about love. Meow. Having a conversation about love. Thank you. That's Two Cats. When I played that in Salisbury last Saturday, it killed, absolutely killed. It was such a good time. Really lovely crowds in Salisbury whenever I play at the Winchester Gate. And there was a lady who came up to me afterwards, and she said, "My name is Kat," and that song tickled me inside in all the right ways. And you're like, "Oh my goodness, okay, right." I'm glad. And she wanted a copy of it on CD, but I haven't recorded that one properly yet. I'm working on it. I've done a lot of the parts for it, but it sounds a bit. Yeah, I haven't got it right yet, the mix of it, so it's not ready to put out there. When it is, there'll be a full band version of it on YouTube, and we'll get it out into the world. And yeah, so there we go. That's Two Cats. Hope you enjoyed that. I've got time for one more song, and I've got a song that I want to share with you guys that I've not even finished writing it quite yet, but I want to play you what I've got of it. You know, I've got the rough version of it. It's a song I started writing this week, basically at the Winchester Gate last week. I'm going to play this as my last song. At the Winchester Gate, one of the ladies watching came up to me, and because I've got my song about t-shirts, the t-shirt song, that goes down well there. She said, "Oh, can next time you come back, can you do a song about umbrellas?" And so my whole drive home, I was sort of thinking about that. And then as we got into the next couple of days, I was thinking about it more. And then on the bank holiday, I picked up my guitar, started jamming, and I didn't write a song about umbrellas, but I wrote a song about a raincoat. So this is like 80% there. It's not 100% finished, but I want to play it to you guys to get your opinion because I really like this one. So this is Elevator Raincoat, brand new song. Again, not 100% finished, but I feel comfortable with you guys to sort of like try this out and get your thoughts, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So thanks everyone for watching. Come on, yeah. Ain't been in love for a long time, so sorry if I sound a bit off. My baby ran off with some other brother, and since then I've been just a bit rough. Well, all my friends are sick of my sad face. They told me just to open my heart. Well, I'm not sure if I'm really ready, but in the event I fall apart, ooh, I'll pack my elevator raincoat just in case the pain starts again. Ooh, yeah. So many I've loved and lost to, all the rainy days in my brain. Ooh. Well, I met a girl, she was groovy, yeah. She flirted with me online. Ooh. We went out for a cheeky Nando's and talked until the end of time. I said, well, I'd like to see you again and again, but I got this little problem with my heart. I'm not sure if I'm even ready, but in the event I fall apart, I'll pack my elevator raincoat just in case the pain starts again. Oh, yeah. So many I've loved it last to all the rainy days in my brain. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, if love is a game, the hardest part of all is knowing which cards to play. Ooh, yeah, it's always the same. The girl with eyes wide open that I push away. Yeah. Okay, this is the bit where I'm not 100% sure what happens. Ain't been in love for a long time, so sorry if I sound a bit off. My baby ran off 'cause I never loved her, and since then I've been just a bit rough, yeah. I think someone's knocking at the door, so I gotta call it adieu. And so that's Elevator Raincoat in its very rough form. It's not finished yet, but we're going to get there. So thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you to Joe and Jamie and Gareth and everyone else who's been part of the stream today. Really appreciate it. Take it easy. Stay awesome. See you next time.